Hello friends, you all are welcome in this YouTube channel, right? So this question, it has been asked in your EAC 2017 examination. So please read the question statement. For the given circuit, find Thevenin's open circuit voltage VOC and Thevenin's equivalent resistance are equivalent at terminals A and B, right? So out of A, B, C and D, out of these four options, only one option is correct and you have to choose that correct option after calculation, right? So did you understand the question? Across these two terminals, across terminal A and B, you have to calculate Thevenin's voltage, which is nothing but open circuit voltage, and he has denoted this Thevenin voltage by VOC. Suffix OC indicates open circuit voltage, which is nothing but Thevenin's voltage, right? And he has denoted Thevenin's resistance by R equivalent. Suffix EQ is equivalent, right? So this R equivalent is nothing but the Thevenin's resistance, right, across the terminal A and B, right? So these two quantities you have to calculate, right? VOC and R equivalent you have to calculate across the terminals A and B, right? So let us see the steps in which, according to which we will calculate. So here, what is the first step? I told you that in the very first step of Thevenin theorem numerical, you have to remove this load resistance RL, which is connected across the terminals A and B, right? So this is the first step, the very first step. If any resistance is connected across this terminal, you will have to remove it first, right? So now once you remove this load resistance RL, right, once you remove this load resistance RL, the terminal A and B, it now become, the terminals A and B become open circuit, right? So this open circuit voltage across this open circuit, that means across A and B, what will you find? Will you find current or will you find voltage? Definitely you will find voltage, because across the open circuit terminal A and B, you cannot find the current, you can only find the voltage. So this open circuit voltage, right, that you find across these open circuited terminals A and B is nothing but Thevenin's voltage, right, VTH. So VTH is another notation of this open circuit voltage VOC that you have to find, right? So in the step number 1, in the very first step, that is step number 1. So in the first step, you will have to find this VOC, open circuit voltage, or the Thevenin's voltage VTH. So step number 1. So how to find? So this terminal, see here, it's a ground terminal, right? Potential is 0 volt, right? This point, this node and this node both are the same, that means this is also ground potential, that means it's a 0 volt, right? So this is 0 volt, this is also 0 volt, right? This point and this point, again the same point, both are shorted by same wire, this point and this point, that means this is again the same point. So this is also 0 volt, right? This is 0 volt, this is 0 volt, this is 0 volt, this is also 0 volt. Now can you tell me what is the potential of this node, this particular node, or potential of this particular node? See, this potential is ground, right? This potential is ground. So with respect to this ground potential, what is the potential of this node A? Definitely it is plus VOC higher. It is higher by this voltage VOC, right? Plus sign indicate that this voltage is higher. So what is the potential of this node? Potential of this node is definitely VOC volts higher, right? Right? So here I will write VOC, right? VOC, potential of this node is VOC, that we will calculate, right, in the calculation. So this is VOC, then what is the potential of this node? Again this is VOC, because this point and this point, again they are the same point, right? So this is also open circuit voltage VOC, right? So this is VOC, right? This voltage is also open circuit voltage VOC, right? Now, so can you tell me potential of this particular node? This, can you tell me right now? Right now you cannot tell, right? Because you do not know what is the voltage drop across this 5 ohm resistance, right? And the further here also you do not know the voltage drops here and here. So it is better to assume some potential here. For the time being, let us assume that potential of this node is, suppose this is V naught, right? V naught. So we will have to calculate this potential V naught, right? So now what is the potential of this node? This is ground potential 0 volt. So with respect to this ground potential, what is the potential of this node? It is definitely 50 volts higher, right? This is definitely. So let us calculate in step number 1. Let us calculate the open circuit voltage, which is nothing but the Thevenin's voltage, right? This is step number 1. So so you can choose either KVL or KCL, Kirchhoff's voltage law or Kirchhoff's current law, right? So whichever is easier, you should choose that method, right? So I'm choosing Kirchhoff's current law, right? So first I'm going to apply KCL, that is Kirchhoff's current law, at this node, right? At this particular node, I'm going to apply Kirchhoff's current law, right? So how to apply Kirchhoff's current law? So Kirchhoff's current law says that algebraic sum of all the incoming currents is equal to the algebraic sum of all the outgoing currents, right? So here suppose the current is coming like this, right? Then I am taking this potential to be higher, right? What is the potential of this node? What is the potential of this node? Potential of this node is 50 volt higher with respect to this potential, right? This is the ground potential, right? Then with respect to this ground potential, that means with respect to 0 volt, potential of this node is how much volt higher? It is 50 volt higher, right? Because it is the upper sign that you are seeing, it is positive. So positive sign indicate that it is higher by 50 volts, right? This potential of this node is higher by 50 volts, right? So this is the potential of this node, right? 50 volts. Okay. So had it been the opposite sign, right? Suppose this negative sign is upper side and positive sign is in downside, then you would say that potential in that case it would then be minus 50, right? But here the plus sign you will see here, upper sign is positive. That means this indicate that the potential of this node is 50 volt higher, right? So potential of this node is plus 50, right? So now I'm going to apply the Kirchhoff's current law. So when you apply Kirchhoff's current law, you will write, just apply Ohm's law, right? So this current is nothing but 50, voltage difference is 50 minus V naught, potential of this node is 50, potential of this node is V naught, and the resistance in between is, it is 5 ohm, right? So here you can apply Kirchhoff's current law. So you write 50, right here 50, minus this V naught, right, and this whole is divided by 5 ohm, right? So write like this. So this is the value of this current, the current which is flowing in this 5 ohm resistance, right? This is nothing but simply Ohm's law. Current is nothing but difference of this potential 50 minus V naught divided by the resistance in between these two nodes, right? So 50 minus V naught by 5, right? So this is the current. Now what is the value of this current? This current is V naught minus 0, right? So this is outgoing current. So I will write after the equality sign. So you write V naught minus 0, right? V naught minus 0, V naught, potential of this node is V naught, potential of this node is 0. So V naught minus 0 divided by this resistance, which is equal to 5 ohm, right? So this is the current which is flowing in this resistance. In this resistance, the current that is flowing is V naught minus 0 by 5, right? Now what is the value of this current? The current which is flowing in this 2.5 ohm resistance, the value of this current is V naught minus VOC. So V naught minus VOC, V naught minus VOC whole divided by, it is 2.5, right? So you basically take the potential difference and then you divide it by the resistance between these two nodes, right? So this is the current, right, which is flowing in this 2.5 ohm resistance. So now you can simplify this. So you can take LCM. So V naught plus 2, here it will be 2 V naught, right, minus 2 VOC, right? And this is 50 minus V naught divided by 5, right? So from here you will write, so this get cancelled, right? 5 and 5 get cancelled. So here you will write 50 minus V naught is equal to V naught plus 2 V naught minus 2 VOC. So you can write from here V naught plus V naught, 3 V naught minus 2 VOC, V naught plus 2 V naught, 3 V naught. So 3 V naught minus 2 VOC is equal to 50 minus V naught, right? Or you can write, you can further simplify this, 2 V naught is equal to 50 plus 2 VOC, right? This is, you can call equation number 1. This is not 2 V naught. See here, this is V naught, this is equal to 4 V naught, right? You can just check it out. This is 3 V naught minus 2 V, so 50 minus V naught. So you take V naught this side, it will become 4 V naught, right? So 4 V naught is equal to 50 plus 2 VOC, right? This is the equation number 1. Equation number, or you can write like this, calculate VOC, right? So I'm writing this equation in another way. You can write VOC, that is open circuit voltage VOC. This is equal to 2 V naught minus 25, right? This is suppose equation number 1, right? So 2 VOC is equal to 4 V naught minus 50, or VOC is equal to 2 V naught minus 25, right? Now I'm going to apply Kirchhoff's current law at this particular node, right? So you have understood the way of applying Kirchhoff's current law. It's very easy, extremely easy, right? So this, at this node when you apply, suppose the current in this branch is flowing like this, right? So again you apply Kirchhoff's current law at this node. At this particular node when you apply Kirchhoff's current law, at this node when you apply Kirchhoff's current law, you will write then what is the value of this current, V naught minus VOC by 2.5. So I am going to apply Kirchhoff's current law at this node, right? So again apply Kirchhoff's current law, KCL. At this node you will write V naught minus VOC, V naught minus VOC divided by 2.5 is equal to VOC minus 0 by 5, right? VOC minus 0 divided by 5, right? This is the Kirchhoff's current law at this particular node, right? So basically what I did, I simply wrote the algebraic sum of all the incoming current is equal to algebraic sum of all the outgoing current. So this current is incoming current, this current is outgoing current to this particular node, right? So at this node, how did I write? You can see here, this is the incoming current, and this current and this current, these two currents are outgoing currents, right? So incoming current is 50 minus V naught by 5 is equal to sum of outgoing current. So this current is outgoing, this current is outgoing. So that means V naught minus 0 by 5 plus V naught minus VOC by 2.5. At this node, V naught minus VOC by 2.5 is equal to VOC minus V naught by VOC minus 0, this is 0, VOC minus 0 divided by 5, like this, right? Now, so here you can further simplify. V naught minus VOC is equal to 2 V naught minus VOC is equal to, you can solve this. This is VOC by 2, right? Write V open circuit VOC divided by 2, or you can write 2 V naught is equal to 3 VOC, or you can write V naught is equal to 1.5 VOC, right? So suppose this is equation number 2. Equation number 2. Now you can replace this V naught by 1.5 VOC. You can replace here, right? In place of V naught, put 1.5 VOC in equation number 1. When you put V naught is equal to 1.5 VOC in equation number 1, you can get VOC is equal to 2 V naught means 3 VOC, right? V naught is 1.5, so 2 V naught is 3 VOC minus 25, right? Or from here you can get 2 VOC equal to 25, or you can write VOC is equal to open circuit voltage is 12.5 volt. You have calculated this open circuit voltage. Now step number 1 completed, right? Now step number 2 is calculation of RTH, right? So just calculate RTH. How to calculate RTH? I told you, if you want to calculate RTH, then you have to deactivate the independent sources, right? Here only one source is present. This source is voltage source, and that too independent. Why it is independent? Because it is having fixed value, 50 volt. It is a fixed value, right? It's a constant. It's not going to change, right? That's why I said it's independent. So it's a voltage source. It's a voltage source, and that too independent. So that means to deactivate it, you will make it short circuit. Right? So when you short circuit this, then you will do like this. You will short it, right? So I have basically shorted this point and this point, right? So this becomes, now it is nullified now, right? So it is deactivated. I have basically killed this independent voltage source by shorting these two terminals, right? So when this is shorted, so effect of this independent voltage source is nullified, and under this condition, that means after deactivating all the independent sources, we will calculate the RTH, Thevenin's resistance, or R equivalent, right? RTH is nothing but R equivalent in this case. He is giving another notation to this RTH, Thevenin's resistance RTH. He is writing this R equivalent. So just have a look at it. So this 5 ohm is in parallel with this 5 ohm, right? So, and what is the parallel combination of this 5 ohm and this 5 ohm? It is equal to 5 by 2, that is 2.5. Now this 2.5 is in series with this 2.5, right? Parallel combination of this and this is 2.5, right? So 2.5 and 2.5, these two are in series. So you add them, it becomes 5. 5 and 5, right? These are now again in parallel. Are you getting this? So the equivalent resistance that you get, the R equivalent is, it is nothing but equal to 2 point, right? It is nothing but 2.5 ohm, right? So this is the Thevenin's resistance, or you can say R equivalent. You understand? So this is the calculation of R equivalent, which is nothing but Thevenin's resistance RTH, right? So did you understand the process? So which option is correct? Which option is correct now? Option C is correct, right? VTH or VOC, open circuit voltage, or basically Thevenin's voltage, is 12.5 volt, and RTH or R equivalent is equal to 2.5 ohms. So option C is correct, right? Option C is correct. So C is the correct option. C is the correct option, right? 12.5 and 2.5, 12.5 volt and 2.5 ohm, right? So you understand the process. Now in the third step, you can draw the Thevenin's equivalent circuit, which is nothing but the VTH in series with RTH. That is the third step. So when you connect VTH in series with RTH, this is Thevenin's equivalent circuit. right? So this is the calculation. So for all such kind of questions on GATE and ES, you can subscribe to this channel. So thank you very much. Thanks for watching.